That roll of aluminum foil in your kitchen drawer could save your life tomorrow, and you have no idea. 11 everyday items under $20 that disaster experts rely on, but most people walk right past at the store. In the next few minutes, you'll discover how ordinary household products become life-saving tools when disaster strikes. No expensive survival gear required, just smart thinking and items you can grab today. Stay until the end because item number 11 is something you probably already own but never knew could do this. Welcome to Food Decider, where we uncover the hidden potential in everyday essentials. If you value practical knowledge that actually works when you need it most, hit that like button and subscribe so you never miss life-saving tips that cost almost nothing. Let's start with something you've probably used 1,000 times but never thought of as survival equipment. Heavy-duty aluminum foil is more than just a kitchen staple. In a crisis, it transforms into a truly elite multi-tool. And I'm not talking about the flimsy stuff. I'm talking about the robust 18-inch wide rolls that cost under $10. Here's what makes it so powerful. If the power goes out and you're relying on a wood stove or even candles for warmth, most of that critical heat escapes right into the walls around you. But mount foil-covered panels behind your heat source with the shiny side facing out, and you'll instantly boost your room temperature. The science is simple. Quality aluminum foil reflects up to 97% of radiant energy. That means you're using dramatically less fuel to keep your family warm. But it gets better. Low cell reception during an emergency? Shape a parabolic dish from foil. Hold it behind your phone and watch your signal strength improve immediately. It might be enough to send messages when calls would otherwise fail. Search and rescue professionals actually recommend this trick in emergencies with poor connectivity. You can also use foil to build makeshift ovens or solar cookers to pasteurize water or cook meat without using any fuel. A simple box lined with aluminum foil can reach temperatures over 200 degrees Fahrenheit in direct sunlight. That's enough to ensure food safety and provide clean drinking water when conventional methods aren't possible. And if you need to signal for help, a large sheet of foil becomes an emergency beacon far more effective than standard mirrors. It's visible from aircraft at incredible distances. You can even shape it into trays or funnels to collect dew overnight, providing a passive method for hydration when your water supply is cut off. For under $10, heavy-duty aluminum foil deserves a spot in every car, every emergency kit, and every kitchen. Now let's talk about something even smaller. Unwaxed dental floss fits in your pocket, costs less than $3, and does more than 99% of survival gear marketed today. A single strand of quality dental floss can support up to 30 pounds of weight. Think about what that means. Clear varieties make nearly invisible fishing line, perfect for catching small to medium fish. In wilderness medicine or true emergencies, dental floss provides makeshift surgical sutures when boiled sterile. It's also exceptional for lashing materials together during shelter construction because it holds knots with impressive security and strength. But here's something most people never consider. Dental floss stitches tougher materials like backpack straps, tarps, or boots far better than regular thread. The unwaxed version holds knots best and can even be used to saw through soft materials, cheese, packaging, or even zip ties. It becomes a sharp, silent cutting tool in the field. For maximum preparedness, stock reputable brands like Oral-B or Reach. They're significantly stronger and more reliable than dollar store alternatives. For $3, you're getting a tool that professionals actually use. Now let's move to something you might think belongs only in your pantry. Raw, unfiltered honey isn't just food, it's nature's indestructible superfood and medicine. Archaeologists have found honey thousands of years old that remains perfectly edible and safe. Why? Honey's unique chemical makeup, low moisture, high acidity, and small amounts of hydrogen peroxide makes it naturally antibacterial and antifungal. Apply honey directly to wounds or burns, and it acts as a potent antibiotic. It speeds healing, pulls moisture away from infection sources, and forms a protective barrier. Modern research backs up what ancient Egyptians discovered millennia ago. This isn't folklore, it's proven medicine. In a crisis, your body and especially your brain require quick, reliable fuel. The glucose and fructose in raw honey are immediately available, powering both your muscles and sharp thinking. And never underestimate the psychological impact of a sweet treat when everything else feels bleak. Sometimes a spoonful of honey boosts morale and gives you the will to keep going. Choose only raw, unfiltered honey in glass jars for maximum medicinal and nutritional value. Even if it crystallizes over time, gentle warming returns it to liquid form without losing any benefits. At $10 to $15 per jar, it's cheap insurance against an uncertain future. Here's something you definitely already have.
That orange box of baking soda isn't reserved for baking or deodorizing your fridge. It's a compact chemical toolkit with a dozen life-saving functions. Half a teaspoon dissolved in water neutralizes stomach acid, providing instant relief from severe gastric distress, which becomes incredibly common under crisis stress. Your digestive system doesn't handle fear and uncertainty well, and baking soda offers immediate comfort. Keep it near every emergency cooking or heating setup because it safely puts out small grease fires by releasing carbon dioxide. Unlike water, which only makes grease fires worse, baking soda smothers them without spreading flames. When you can't shower for days, baking soda doubles as deodorant, toothpaste, antifungal treatment, and a cleaning scrubber that conserves precious water. For extended emergencies, these hygiene hacks are vital for both physical health and mental morale. And here's a lifesaver. Combine baking soda with salt in the right ratio, half a teaspoon of baking soda, half a teaspoon of salt, and 4 cups of clean water, and you have a makeshift electrolyte drink nearly identical to expensive oral rehydration solutions. When dehydration threatens, this recipe could save your life. For long-term storage, vacuum seal baking soda in meal-sized portions to prolong shelf life and save space. With a 5-pound bag costing under $5, the return on investment is absolutely unbeatable. Every professional responder swears by duct tape, and for good reason. Heavy-duty duct tape can hold together shattered windows, patch roofs, seal broken pipes, reinforce water containers, and fabricate emergency gear in minutes. It builds improvised splints, secures bandages, or creates slings for injury management. It seals gaps in windows, doors, or shelter to maintain livable temperatures and protect against wind, rain, or insects. With the right engineering and creativity, it even functions as a water-carrying container. Select brand name heavy-duty duct tape like Gorilla Tape or 3M for maximum adhesive power and tear resistance. Here's a pro tip. Wrap a few lengths around your flashlight or water bottle so you always have some handy without carrying extra bulk. Now let's talk about food security. A vacuum sealer is often dismissed as just a kitchen convenience, but it becomes a true survival hero in an emergency. It extends food shelf life even without refrigeration, protects documents from flood damage, and compresses supplies for tight storage. Vacuum-sealed food lasts up to 5 times longer and stays usable after extended power outages. Think about what that means when the electricity goes down for a week. You can store critical documents, IDs, insurance policies, medical records, photos in vacuum-sealed bags to guard against water damage. The same goes for batteries, electronics, and emergency cash. If you manage chronic conditions, sealing prescription medications prolongs their potency significantly. This matters when you can't get refills during a disaster. Modern vacuum sealers even include battery-powered models, allowing you to seal dozens of bags during blackouts. At around $75, it's an investment offering peace of mind worth 5 times the price. In natural disasters, power grids and cellular networks are often the first systems to fail, isolating millions of people. A hand-crank emergency radio guarantees access to weather updates, news, and emergency instructions. Sometimes that information literally saves lives. Modern emergency radios provide NOAA weather alerts, AM and FM coverage, and double as USB power banks for recharging your phone. The best models require no batteries. They draw power from manual cranking or built-in solar panels. During wildfires, blackouts, or hurricanes, access to real-time evacuation information, shelter locations, and official updates can mean the difference between safety and peril. Mentally, the reassurance of being informed prevents panic and psychological breakdown under pressure. For about $35, this tool is absolutely essential in any emergency kit. At only $12 per bottle, pure Australian tea tree oil packs antimicrobial, antiviral, and antifungal power potent enough to use at hospitals against resistant bacteria. When properly diluted, it speeds healing of cuts, scrapes, and skin infections. Inhalation of steam infused with tea tree oil soothes congested airways, which becomes especially vital during wildfire smoke or dust storms. You can use it for toothaches or gum infections when professional dental care is completely unreachable. Its antifungal properties tackle athletes' foot, nail infections, and similar issues that become common problems in crowded, humid emergency housing situations. Store only therapeutic, pure-grade tea tree oil and never apply it undiluted. Always mix it with a neutral carrier oil first. Properly stored in dark glass bottles, it remains effective for years. Here's something people often ridicule until they need it. Mylar emergency blankets look like oversized pieces of foil, but they reflect 90% of your body heat back to you despite weighing mere ounces. During freezing blackouts, these thin sheets have kept families alive through nights when home temperatures plunged below freezing. But their versatility goes beyond warmth. The reflective material is visible from miles away, attracting rescuers when you need help.
Heat waves, you can reverse the positioning to keep cool by reflecting sunlight away from you. They're lightweight, compact, and offer emergency shelter materials for just a few dollars. Store several in every kit. Their impact to size ratio is completely unmatched by any other survival gear. In survival situations, fire equals life. Fire provides warmth, cooking capability, water purification, morale, and signaling. But most matches fail when wet, and typical lighters fizzle in wind or extreme cold. You need reliability, and that means investing in waterproof matches and windproof lighters. Brands like Yuko or Coghlan's make matches that ignite even after total immersion in water and perform in harsh weather conditions. Windproof lighters like Zippos and butane torches function when disposable lighters completely fail. They're reusable and refuelable even in off-grid situations. Store both in every emergency kit and vehicle. You want fail-safe fire-starting ability, not frustrating surprises when you're freezing and desperate. When a full toolbox isn't available, a well-made multi-tool becomes your lifeline. Quality brands like Leatherman or Swiss Tool pack knives, pliers, wire cutters, screwdrivers, bottle openers, and more, all in one compact unit. The right multi-tool solves problems ranging from first aid and vehicle repair to food preparation and shelter construction. Don't go cheap on this one. $60 to $100 buys you decades of reliable service and a tool you'll use daily, not just in disasters. The familiarity you build through regular use becomes invaluable when emergencies strike. Here's what really matters. The real magic isn't in these individual items, it's in recognizing everyday products as powerful survival solutions. Expensive tactical gadgets mean nothing if they sit unused in a closet gathering dust. Practice with these tools. Use them on camping trips, during voluntary blackout drills at home, or even as part of your daily routine. Build genuine confidence in your knowledge and ability. When disaster actually strikes, you'll stay calm and resilient, ready to help yourself and the people around you. Start small. Pick 3 or 4 items from this list, add them to your supplies, and test them at your next opportunity. Each solution you master is another weight off your mind and another step toward true self-reliance. Preparedness isn't about fear, it's about responsibility and peace of mind. You don't need a lavish budget, just awareness, a willingness to learn, and a focus on practical, multi-purpose tools. Sometimes it's the simplest preparations that make the biggest impacts when life is at its most unpredictable. Knowledge is the ultimate survival tool. It weighs nothing, fits anywhere, and opens the door to confident, capable living, no matter what comes your way. If this video changed how you think about everyday items, smash that like button right now. Subscribe to Food Decider for more practical knowledge that actually works in real-world situations. Drop a comment telling us which item surprised you most. And remember, the best survival tool costs nothing. It's the knowledge you just gained today.